How you doing, brother? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good. Appreciate your time today. 4-0, great record. How important is it for you, of course, a win, but how important is it to keep that O? Feels like boxing is super important, but sometimes MMA is not, but how important is it for you to keep that O moving forward?
Of course, very important. Every single fight I just come out there, I want to fight, I want to win, and that's, I mean, you get paid more too, right?
Yeah, right.
Get that half show and half win, so at the end of the day, yeah, coming in there is doing a dominant performance is probably the biggest thing that I want to do. I just want to perform, I want to show out. Hometown crowd is going to be really exciting, so I'm super excited for this one.
Amazing. It's been almost a year since your last fight. Is it just because of the kind of contracts in the season, the tournament of that nature? Is that why you haven't fought, or is there any other reasons why it's been almost a year?
Partially, yeah. I was actually offered to fight in March for the Bellator when it started, but I was kind of dealing with a little bit of injuries.
Sure.
But so, you know, it kind of wasn't the smartest fight to take back then. So I just kind of wanted to heal 100%, get back to my regime, get back to training, and yeah, that's what I did. I stayed patient with it, and actually I'm really happy that I did, because this Nashville card, I mean, first time PFL in Nashville,
yeah.
Like, it can't get better than that.
Talk about that. You were offered a Bellator fight, now you're fighting PFL Nashville. All your fights so far have been PFL as a pro. How cool is it to be kind of under this umbrella?
It's honestly, like, I'm so grateful to be able to, from the very first fight, you know, not many people can say that they've been in PFL since their debut. Yeah. And I'm one of those guys that has done that, and, you know, PFL debuts only happened one time ever. In the PFL history, and I was there, and I was the contract winner of that. So, you know, it's super amazing just to grow with this huge promotion, just keep growing as a martial artist, and yeah, we're gonna see where it goes. Love
it. Last thing for me, I see it when you said Nashville blew up, your face blew up. How excited are you for PFL Nashville? What's your message for fans, family, all that stuff for you to fight in Nashville in a couple weeks?
Like, Nashville is amazing. I love the people there. That's where I grew up. I have family, I have friends there. There's just so much people I know. I just think this is going to be the biggest crowd that I have ever fought in. It's going to be packed. I've already had, like, even before I made the announcement that I was fighting on that card, I had people messaging me, "You're fighting on this card, right?" And there's, I mean, just alone, there's been hundreds of people just messaging me, like, "I'll be there." I already got tickets without even me being on the card yet. But yeah, I'm super excited. The crowd's going to be amazing. The crowd's going to be wild. And yeah, I love to feed off that crowd energy. I love to perform. I'm a performer, and that's what I'm going to do August 2nd.
Awesome. Can't wait, man.
Thank you.
So I want you to expand a little bit more on, you have an opportunity to fight not one league, but 2 leagues. And just how cool is that, and having that in your repertoire is something that you could do?
I think it's amazing just because I have so much more opportunities to fight, and that's really what I want. I just, especially for this year, I really want to stay active. I want to keep building my record, keep building fights, and yeah, like, and I know for Bellator they do a lot of shows out of the country too, so I think that's very exciting, being able to fight out of the States maybe one day as well.
Training, talk to me about training. Who are you training with? How's that been going for you? And what is it like when you do have that time and you haven't fought in a while, and just trying to keep focus and grinding it out and training hard?
Yeah, during the beginning of the year, I was really focusing on other people and getting them ready for their camps. I mean, one person, Michael Chandler, I was getting him ready for Conor McGregor. I was just mimicking his style and all that stuff. So yeah, I was a big part of Chandler's camp before the fight got postponed. But yeah, I was really working a lot for other guys, but now it's my turn, and all the guys are working for me now, and that's, you know, that's the amazing part about Kill Cliff. My training partners are amazing. One of my training partners coming in today, Christos Giagos, in the UFC, lightweight 155er, amazing jiu-jitsu, and I feel like he's going to be really get me prepared for this fight. He's going to be in my corner, and I'm super excited to go out there and do my thing.
You mentioned Kill Cliff FC, where we are now. Henry Hoof, Greg Jones, what they've been able to build here. How did you get from where you were to Kill Cliff?
Yeah, so actually it comes back to Michael Chandler again. Back when I trained in Nashville, Nashville MMA was the gym I started to train at. I trained there for, I don't even know, maybe over 6 years before making the move here to Kill Cliff. So yeah, I'm back home again. I got a lot of teammates that I'm going to be visiting. But yeah, Michael Chandler was the co-owner of our gym in Nashville, and every time he would come into town from here, he would hit me up. He'd be like, hey, let's train one-on-one. He would just shoot me a text, and you know, I just asked him one day, I was like, hey, can I come down, maybe visit the gym? I see you're training at this huge, amazing gym. I see the high-level athletes you're training with. Can I come down? Could you put in a word for me? He hit up Henry Hooft. Yeah, I came down here, I visited twice, and then the rest is history. I joined the team, they loved me, and you know, I've been here ever since. Well,
2 more questions for you. American Top Team's not far from here. What is it like? And there's also MMA Masters in Miami. There's like 3 really good gyms, and there's a whole lot of great fighters that are just training here. What are your thoughts about just this South Florida vibe with MMA?
It's the hotspot for MMA fighters. I'll go around to a grocery store, I see a dude with cauliflower here, I'm like, okay, I know this guy's fighting somewhere. It's just, yeah, this is the hot spot. That's one of the big reasons I did want to move here, just because I knew there was so much talent around here. And those guys from ATT, sometimes they make the move down here, and vice versa. You know, we always have guys coming in. It's like, you know, you never have a loss for training partners. You know, there's always different looks that you're going to get. One guy's going to be good at wrestling, other guy's going to be good at striking, another guy's going to be just good at top control. And you always have to adjust to your partner, and I think that's what makes us such a great team.
I think some of it too is you probably have really great training sessions, sometimes even better than the fights themselves or the opponent. No offense to the opponents, but it's so much talent all around here. Last thing for me, you mentioned about working with Michael Chandler and getting him ready. So did you do any Conor McGregor trash talking too to get him ready?
Honestly, a little bit. I was trying to get his face, trying to get his head. Like, usually, like the sparring etiquette when you come out is you touch gloves. I wouldn't touch his glove. I would come out and be like just disrespectful. But I think that's what he needed, and I always do what's best for my training partners, just kind of get them in that mindset, because I knew Connor wasn't going to be respectful to him and isn't going to be respectful to him. So yeah, I was just trying to mimic that as much as possible. I was going southpaw the whole time. I'm an orthodox fighter. So yeah, it was a little different switching up the stances, but I can fight from both stances, and you know, I've had a lot of experience with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Alexei, one more question about Michael Chandler. So obviously you've been training with him for quite some time. You have a close relationship. Can you speak to your thoughts on Conor McGregor's pullout from the fight? Do you think that that fight is going to happen? What's the inside scoop?
I do think it's going to happen. Back when the fight was kind of on the fence, he was just telling me like, hey, I'm not really sure, like maybe he's asking for more money, but you know, we didn't really know what the situation was until we found out he had that pinky toe injury. But yeah, I 100% think it's going to happen, and I think it's such a great fight for Michael Chandler to go out there to perform, and we all know he's a performer. No matter what opponent standing in front of him, he's going to perform, he's going to go out there, and he's going to look amazing. So I'm super excited for that fight. I do believe he's going to be sometime by the end of this year. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and maybe after this fight, he's going to come back into camp, and I'll be able to guide him through and kind of help him out, give him that McGregor look.
And as a Tennessee native, you spoke about how excited you are to be in Nashville. Tell us, where is the spot to be after the fights? Where are you eating?
Oh man, I don't know. The big spot, so right outside of Nashville, I grew up in Mount Juliet. Basically, if you're anywhere close to Nashville, you just say you're from Nashville. And yeah, I grew up in the city of Mount Juliet, and I think the big spot for us, like growing up as a teenager, was Buffalo Wild Wings. That was like our hangout spot, so we might do an after party there, but there might be a ton of people coming, so we might just do it at Nashville MMA, my gym, because they have a huge space. But we'll see. I'm not worrying about that yet, but there will probably be an after party for sure.
Thank you so much, Alexei.
No problem.
Alexei, you know there's Buffalo Wild Wings. We got a bunch over here too. Have you been here yet, or what? What's going on?
Thanks.
I've got a question. So, 2022 you fought during the PFL playoffs. 23 you fought during the PFL playoffs. Now you're fighting in the PFL playoffs. I feel like you're the PFL playoff specialist. What do you think about that?
100%. Yeah, man. I just I love fighting, man. I really wish I could get like a little bit more fights in. I feel like I just only fight in August to be for some reason. August has been like my lucky month. I've always been fighting in August. So yeah, I mean, I guess we know what's gonna happen this August.
Do you have any thoughts about fighting in the season next year, or maybe even fighting in other leagues such as Bellator?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm ready. I feel like obviously I always need to talk to my coaches and all of that first, see where we're at, see where our heads at, see where the contract's at. But yeah, I've been with PFL for almost 3 years now, and maybe a couple more fights I'll get in the season, and yeah, we'll just go from there. I'm super excited to get in that season.
Thank you, Alexei.
Thank you.